Alrighty guys, it looks like the Switch cloud-based games have trouble. And with the Kingdom Hearts coming out and all that, I was looking to see just what it would be like, because I did play some of the Hitman game. Anybody that played that on cloud-based, and of course what that means is you're streaming the game, because the Switch doesn't have the capabilities of playing the game, so you're going to have to stream it. So the Switch streaming Kingdom Hearts 2 is coming up. It's going to cost $90. And I was thinking to myself, man, I don't see a lot of people paying for that. I have played Hitman before. So this site here, Eurogamer, they actually did a performance test on all of the games that have came out on the Switch's cloud-based system. And the results are pretty bad, pretty mixed. So let's go down here and look at Kingdom Hearts. It says Kingdom Hearts 3 runs at 720p with an unlocked 60 frames per second. Art style and lavish use of color simply can't be properly captured. With the video encoded here, it looks very poor and compressed. It says Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remix. The games are so old and technically so basic. There is no need to use the cloud. Switch should be handling these natively and at 60 frames per second. Remarkably, the cloud versions are running at 720p, 30 frames per second. So I think the Switch should be able to run Kingdom Hearts 3 and all the Kingdom Hearts games, really. And they're putting them out where you have to stream them, and that's a stupid idea. We all know how streaming works. I've tried it on the new. I've tried some of the Xbox game streaming. I've tried some of the PlayStation Plus game streaming. I've had good results on some of the games, and then some of the games it's just horrible. Like I played the sports games, and just bad input lag. So Guardians of the Galaxy here, it says, is a truly demanding game that could only work via the cloud. However, visual elements are out of place, and it runs at 720p, 30 frames per second. Hitman 3 has 2 modes, but it's not entirely clear what the enhanced graphics modes does, but seems to operate at a variable resolution at targeted 30 frames per second. Every 30 frame per second cap across every title tested exhibits uneven frame pacing. The outlook isn't great overall, and based on the demo code, the Kingdom Hearts collection is going to be a tough sell. However, the port of Control isn't bad. There are quality and performance modes just like the consoles, and while 720p 30 quality mode has the same uneven frame pacing and other capping issues, it's great to see ray tracing features are retained with the 720p 60. Targeting the performance mode is also interesting, but frame rates seem to be lower than expected. So there you have it, people. It says there's a lot to process here, but what's clear is that while latency is comparable to other cloud-based game systems, on control results, image quality isn't where it should be. Video encoding quality needs significant improvement, while frame pacing at 30 frames per second and overall performance when running at 60 frames per second also showed improvement. If publishers want to make these cloud versions desirable, delivering 1080p gaming via 1080p video game streaming with the game running at 60 frames per second seems like a good idea. The cloud can never match local conditions, but can provide advantages in terms of visual features and performance. On the face of it, I think that's enough reading. But the point is, people, the Switch is doing a lot of these games because they have no choice, like with Guardians of the Galaxy and the Hitman game. But I think with the Kingdom Hearts games, it's just lazy. I don't see no reason it can't run Kingdom Hearts 3, 1, 1.5, 2.5 remix, whatever. I don't see any reason why they could not put those games where you can download them or buy the physical media, because that's just lazy in my opinion. It's uncalled for, it really is, because those games, they're not demanding. So I'm all for them trying these cloud-based games, because in a way it keeps the Switch going, but I'm just not for what they did with Kingdom Hearts, and a lot of people are against that. Those games, there's no reason why they could not run on the Switch without having to stream it. So anyway, that's my thoughts about it, people. I played some of the Hitman and it worked fine, but again, you know, the resolution, you could tell it wasn't a 1080p game. You could tell it was barely 720. So, and I got 200 megabyte internet, and when I did that, I noticed the difference. So anyway, it's good and bad, and they should not be making people. I mean, come on, is it $90 for the Kingdom Hearts? $90 for the entire collection, or $50 for each individual game? I mean, come on now. Anyway, people, that's pretty much my thoughts on this. It's just lazy. No reason them games should not be purchased. Just buy them, you know, just put them on the system. I know it can run it. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it as always. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!